Hello, Professor Toybox here along with Princess Jasmine, and today I'm going to continue building the lava room that I framed in last time. And we'll begin with this little room over here on the side that I was starting to frame in last time when we stopped. And the first thing we're going to do is put down this cave tunnel. I'm going to line it up like that with the corners there. And then we're going to pick up this cave bend, and we'll bend this around in that direction. And it'll come out over here, like that. And then we're going to use this inner door cave piece right on the end of that to kind of give that a finishing edge. And we'll use the cave wall over here to do the same. That'll kind of give that a nice finishing edge. And we've got this hole in the middle that we can kind of see through that seam right there. And so we're going to want to plug that. So I'll pick this piece up, put it down, scroll over and pick up this tiny terrain block, drop that right in there like that. And then we've got another hole kind of off through the corner there. So I want to make sure I plug that as well. Like so. Okay, and once again I'm going to pick up pieces and put them down just so I can jump back and forth between those different parts of the terrain drawer. Now we'll pick up this cave ceiling. We're going to place this here like this. And that's looking pretty good, but I don't have a smaller piece that I can put in here. And so we're going to have to do something a little bit different for that. So let's pick this piece up and put it down to get back to this end of the drawer. And we're going to use this long, tiny, and thin terrain block. And yeah, this doesn't have a nice bumpy edge on the bottom like you'd expect for a cave, but there is something else we can do about that. But at least that plugs that hole. And then to kind of disguise the fact that that's really blocky, we're going to come over here and pick this piece up that we put down before. And we'll put down a couple of these over here, like this. And that'll also help cover up that flat wall over here on this end. So that looks a little bit better, a little bit more like a cave. Then we need some way to get up to that tunnel over there. So fortunately we've got a number of pieces here we can use, and kind of like this little corner block with a step ramp. So we're going to drop this in right in the corner. That'll let the player get up to that tunnel right up over here. And so now that finishes that side area. Oh, we do have a gap here though, so we should plug that. So let's grab this piece. And we'll drop this block in here like that. That'll fill that hole. So now we don't see anything through there, so that looks good. Okay, so that little side area is finished. Let's look at, we'll come back to this one towards the end. Let's look at this one next. And this little area here, if you remember from the video, had a door. And I'm just scrolling back here to grab my screenshot. There was a door that led into this area that we had to unlock. And so we'll go ahead and frame that in. We'll begin with this block here like this. And then for a roof over that block, we'll use a couple of these. And then we'll put this one down right next to it, like that. So that'll be the opening for that door. And then in the back corner here, let's see if we can get over there fairly quickly. I'm going to pick up this piece over here again, put it down, and I think it's to the left. Yeah. This hanging rope cliff. We're going to use a couple of these. This one's going to sit right in this corner like that, so the player will be able to get up onto that platform. And we're also going to put another one over here. So I might as well stick this one in while I've got that piece selected. So just like that. And then we'll get back to this part of the drawer. And I need to fill in this hole over here. Like that. But that looks kind of ugly, having them stacked up on top of each other like that. And so to help disguise that, we can grab another one of these pieces here. And we'll put this on the front, which will help hide all of those lines. So that looks a lot more natural and a little bit better, I think. And then, because this looks kind of flat down here, we'll go ahead and pick up another one of these. We'll put this down in the front of this, and yeah, we'll put this all the way over like that. Or we can, it doesn't matter. Put it in there like that. We can always slide that around a little bit if we want. So there's that little cubby hole. And then the door that fits in here, we might as well put that in. That's not going to hurt anything. So if we come up to the Gameplay Toys drawer and go right, of course it reset this drawer on me. But we'll use this automatic double door. We'll drop this in there right like that. It doesn't quite matter where that goes, but right now that'll open automatically when you approach it, but once we hook a logic connection up to that, it won't open until we hit the button. Okay, and then just to cover up that flat edge, let's go ahead and put one more of these down over here like that. That's why we move that over. So we'll slide that over there. Then we can move this other piece down. And now actually it may even allow us to slide this back over. There. So that's that little side area. The next one is this side area. And this one is covered up by a little mountain on the front. I think we'll have to put that in first. So let's come over and pick this piece up. Or actually, we may not need to do that. Let's see, we're actually closer in the drawer if we just scroll left from here. And so we're looking for these mountain pieces. And that's not the one I'm looking for. That's not the one I'm looking for. That is not what I'm looking for. That's the one. We're going to turn it like this. And then we're going to slide it right in here. We're going to put it about halfway in like that. Because if I leave it out here, then we got that lava that's showing under there. So that's why we're moving it one block in. And then when you're inside this little area, you don't have that lava. And then I'm going to come back one more time and pick up this piece. Put it back down, and we're going to pick up this medium cliff ledge. we're going to give the player a place to jump to. We can put this in right like that. So the player can then climb the rope, hop over here, and then reach that platform up there. So that looks pretty good. And it's starting to look a lot more natural in here now. There's a lot of finished edges on this, and it doesn't look quite so blocky, which is really good. All right, the last area in this room is the exit that leads to the next location. And so in here, let's come down and pick this up. And we'll scroll over to this tall terrain block. And we're going to put one right in the back corner here like this. Another one in there like that. And then a ceiling. And now I'm going to rotate this a little bit so it's not quite so repetitive on the front of that. And that one lines up pretty good, because there's nothing I can do about that seam, but at least if the lines line up a little bit, then it looks a little bit more natural. So I like that. And once again, we'll come over and pick up the door, put it down, and we'll stick the door right in here, like that. And that'll be the door that leads into the rest of the Cave of Wonders. And to kind of make this look a little bit more special, since this is where the player is ultimately trying to get to, we'll come down to the blocks drawer, and I'm going to scroll to the right, and I'm looking for the pillars. This one here. So I'm going to drop this down, and we'll put that about halfway back from there. I'll put one on either side of the door. So we're going to put one about here. And after we style this, we'll put one on the other side too. So I'm going to scroll to the right in the Style menu, and I'm looking for the Agrabah Styles. We have to go down a little ways to find those. So the Bazaar Stucco, I'm going to set that to be my theme. Like that. Then we'll put a second one on the opposite side, right there like that. And then one more time, we'll pick this up, put it down, and we'll put down this terrain block here, and I need two of them to cover up that area. And once again, we got that ugly seam there, but we can cover that up with a couple of these. Like that. So there we go. That looks pretty good. Okay, now before I wrap this up for the day, I want to knock out the small area of caves beyond this room. These caves were in the original Aladdin movie. Here's a screenshot of them. There are lots of stalagmites and stalactites, and fortunately, we have a cave piece, terrain piece, that matches this. And so, let's start, actually, with a tunnel. So one more time, I'm going to pick this up and drop it down. And I'm going to use this to continue the corridor beyond that door. So we're going to line this up like that. And at this point, we'll change the texture. And now that we're out of the lava room, I want to revert back to a cooler texture. So we're going to go back to the buried treasures. I'll set that to be my theme. And we'll drop another one down like this. Let's see. I'm thinking the quickest way to do this. Let's pick this piece up put it down, and then we'll slide over and drop the next piece right there like that. So that gives us a floor for that room. Now for the cave pieces, we'll come back over to the treasure cave. I'm going to pick one of these up, put it down, and the cave we need is this stalactites cave piece. And you'll notice there's a door on one side, two doors on that side, and a door on that side. And so I'm going to flip this around like this, and I'm going to line up that door with this cave. So this is going to sit just like that. And we'll flip this around and line it up so those two doors on that side and the two doors on this side go together. And that leaves us with two doors on that side. And we'll line that up with this block like that. So that looks pretty good. And then let me just grab my screenshot here. Yeah. Okay, and then we'll come over to this cave bend. And I'm going to hook this piece up so that it bends out of that opening right there. We'll drop a tunnel over here. That carries the player to the next area. And then we need a floor section here underneath all of this. So once again, let's pick that piece up, put it down. We'll grab the next size larger, and I'll line it up with the corner of that building, or the corner of that cave piece and the corner of that cave piece. So that covers all of those cave pieces with just that one piece. And then we've got an opening here that we need to plug because that cave doesn't go anywhere. So we'll do that. And we've got one back here as well. So once again, we'll cover that up. And I think we're going to need to put one of these underneath. Like that. That should plug any gaps. Okay, so if we come over here, and let's see if it'll let us come in here, or if it'll put us down on the ceiling. There we go. So when the player comes through here, they enter this cooler caves area. So we have some nice caves. And the exit to the caves is over here. It's not much of a maze, but it doesn't need to be. Just trying to capture the look of what was in the movie. And they'll run through here and come out into the final area. So I think this is a good stopping point for the day. Next time, we'll build the final chamber in the Cave of Wonders, where Aladdin finds the lamp. Until then, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll pop the usual reminder up to subscribe to my channel in case you haven't already done that. If you want, hit the like button and leave a comment to let me know what you thought about today's video. I always appreciate it when you do that. That's all for me today. Take care.